How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. We have less than 24 hours before something pretty big happens. This has been pushing around the market a lot and could affect your crypto portfolio again within the next 24 hours. Now, we also have some other news, some interesting buyers of Bitcoin. And then we also have, of course, we have to go through some of the big sellers from the last couple days. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this. Also, if you want to start trading cryptocurrency, there's a link underneath the video to Margex, where you can get started with no KYC and you don't need a VPN. I'll leave this link underneath the video. They're doing a big Caspa airdrop as well, so you can get some free Caspa tokens. Now let's start here. Fidelity sold another 1,600 Bitcoin on Friday. That's 7,200 Bitcoin sold last week, $405 million. On the other hand, BlackRock continues to hold. The other ETFs are dumping, but BlackRock has zero outflows yet again. Now, I'm not sure exactly how they do this, but my guess is they have some buyers they're willing to buy whenever there's a negative day, or whenever it looks like there's going to be a negative day. So they have like a buyer of last resort, backstop, so they never have outflows. Now, that is 8 days in a row, I believe, that they've had negative outflows. Yeah, 8 days in a row. Massive outflows. So in 24 hours, we will see whether there's more selling. Like tomorrow, the market's going to open in about 24 hours, and right away, we'll see if there's some pent-up selling pressure, some pent-up buying pressure, what's going to happen. And that definitely forces the market down when there's $200 million worth of sales, there's liquidations, all that. When you look at the inflows versus outflows, the price of Bitcoin almost perfectly matches when we have outflows and inflows. Like, just look at this. August 27, okay? We'll zoom out. August 27. We're way up here. We're at 62,000, 63,000, somewhere in there. August 26th, we were at our peak. So when we had inflows, we're at 65,000, then we started to see outflows, and since then it's been nothing but red. So, yeah, we'll see what happens next. We'll see if the ETFs and hedge funds want to buy. Right now, BlackRock's average buy is $55,000, right around there. So we're below BlackRock's average. Kind of interesting. Now, let's talk about DeFi tech, and then we'll keep moving on. Now, a while ago, I told you about DeFi tech stock, and actually, you can see here, I talked about it June 5. It was $1.01. Since then, it's gone up about 100%. 108%. I've been holding back because they did have their second quarter earnings, and I wanted to cover that specifically with you. They're doing quite well. Now, I'll just give a little explanation about the company, but if you want to do more research, there are links to this underneath the video, as they are a partner of the channel. And they had a strong financial quarter, actually the best that I've seen before. They had record revenue of $94.4 million for the last 3 months, and they had $53.2 million in net income for the last 3 months. So it's the strongest quarter that I've seen from them. Now, where the majority of revenue comes from is Valor, which is their 100% owned ETP business. And this is something interesting. It allows people to get access to cryptos like Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. And the reason this is such a good business is there's just a bunch of red tape in Europe. So it takes a while for anyone to get approval for these types of things. So they're really the market leader over there. They also can get pretty significant earnings from these ETPs as well through a variety of staking and lending. They can get up to 7% on the AUM there. They also created an arbitrage trading desk in just a short period of time, and so far the division has already generated $97 million in revenue, which is just insane. Also, they have Reflexivity Research, which is a research firm was partly owned by Anthony Pompliano, who's very well known. He was on the Lex Friedman podcast. He's been in crypto for years and years and years, and he is a holder of DeFi technology stock. At the moment, We have DeFi sitting around a $570 million enterprise value, a $600 million, $615 million market cap, but with a net income of $53 million in the previous quarter. The company's PE ratio is currently 3 at this run rate. So it's kind of just insane. But of course, do your own research. I've been saying that I thought this thing was undervalued since about $1. Now it's $2.16. If we continue moving into the bull run, it should be very interesting. Check out their information underneath the video though, so you can learn a little bit more. There is a wallet called Mr. 500 that keeps on adding 500 Bitcoin at a time. Some people are theorizing that it's an exchange. Whoever it is, they're buying a lot very quickly. You can see, or they're transferring it in maybe, but you can see from August 26th, they started this wallet. Now they're already at 12,500 Bitcoin, or about $700 million, with some nice buys in the 53,000s. Most came in the upper 50,000s. Mr. 100 continues to buy too, buying 200 Bitcoin yesterday, buying 400, 500 the day before, continuously adding more and more. Michael Dell, let's talk about Bitcoin. He says, be curious and always be learning. Have big ears to listen. Be open to ambiguity. Someone says, my wife told me she wanted a more ambiguous relationship because I had such big ears. Now what, Michael? And he said, enjoy Bitcoin. Bitcoin is freedom. It sounds like this guy might have some freedom from his personal life or his wife soon. But yeah, just cool to see Michael Dell, one of the richest people in the world, continuously talk about Bitcoin. And I said this in a video maybe a couple weeks ago. A lot of people don't understand like the level of wealth Michael Dell has. Just the dividends from his company, Dell, which I think they're just around 1% dividend yield. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I did the math, and just the dividends pay him $600 million plus a year. So Stephen Curry just signed a big 1-year contract for $60 million. He makes 10 times this just from passively holding his stock. I think their stock's at 1.5% dividend yield, but that's just insane, isn't it? Hunter Horsley says, no real world use cases, they said. While the leader of the Venezuelan opposition, Maria Corina Machado, I might be butchering that name, proposes using Bitcoin as a national reserve asset. Bitcoin is a lifeline and vital means of resistance. That's cool. And I was thinking about this just the other day. How crazy is it that we have multiple governments, politicians talking about Bitcoin? How cool is it that we actually have a country that is continuously dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin? That's just awesome, right? We've made so many big steps forward, big strides in the last couple of years. I'm excited to see what comes in the future. Let me know your thoughts though underneath the video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully the sound's been okay. It seems like this table's a bit squeaky, but hopefully it's okay. Thank you so much. You can check out DeFi Tech. You can also check out Margex underneath the video, and I'll see you in the next one.